G'day guys, it's Steve Hargrave from Australia, Sunrise. Good to see you all. I'm over here in my Hawaiian shirt. This question is mainly for Linda. It's great to see you back kicking ass again in this movie. And Arnie, you can fill in a bit with this afterwards as well, Arnold. 28 years since you were last working on the Terminator movie. What's that moment like when you go on set, you see each other in your outfits? Talk us through the emotions, Linda, of just being back in that world. And Arnold, afterwards, maybe you can just explain the special relationship you have on and off screen.
Well, it was a fantastic moment to see Arnold again. We had not really spoken for too many years, but we had forged a great friendship in our earlier incarnations as Sarah and the T-800, and really just sort of lost touch when he became the governor, and he was awfully busy. So on set, when we were there and in our costumes, I think it was a very natural, organic place that, we just fell right back into it. Even though we had been working and training for a year, so it's not like you just step onto the stage and you're Sarah Connor. I mean, I had been training for a year, and I felt very, very ready. And then seeing Arnold and working with Arnold just sort of finished the picture for me. Made me feel 100%, there, and that's really all that there is. We just continued in that vein for the rest of the film, and it was many days and many nights, and never been happier, truly.
네, 고맙습니다. 자, 다음 질문.
Let me just say that for me it was really absolute heaven when Jim Cameron told me we're going to bring Linda Hamilton back. I was so happy and I was so delighted when I heard that. But at the same time, I said to myself, without any doubt, the most pressure is on Linda Hamilton in this movie. And the reason is because she raised the bar so high on Terminator 2. I think that there was no woman that ever was such a badass as Linda Hamilton was. And that someone that physically also looked like it, that they can do all of the things that she did in that movie. From doing her chin-ups, to pull-ups, to the push-ups, the running, the jumping, the fighting, the shooting, everything that she did in that movie looked totally believable because of the look of her body and because she trained hours and hours and hours for months and months and months to get ready for this part. So the question was, after 28 years, how do you top that? So then you're under a lot of pressure. No two ways about it. And I don't know if she wants to go into that and talk about that, but I can tell you one thing, that what I have heard from her was that she trained from the moment when Jim Cameron called her and told her that she is in, and she agreed to be in. From that moment on, for 1 year, she trained every day and did the same kind of a training to prepare for the role as she did for Terminator 2. And, to do that at the age of 60 is a whole different ballgame, I'm sure. But she did it. And when I was on a set and I watched and we did this first day of action, and I saw her, the way she moved and the way she handled the guns, I said to myself, Linda Hamilton is back. And she's a badass as she always was. And so now she doesn't only set the new standard, I think, for women in general of what they can do on a screen, but also what a 60-year-old woman can do on a screen. So to me, that is spectacular. I think that she really pulled it off. And so for me, it was delightful working with her. And of course, it was delightful for me to work with the rest of the cast. But it was great to reunite with her again after 28 years, yes.
고맙습니다. 자, 이번에는 중앙. 네, yes, please, please. Sorry.
Where? Oh, there. No, it's not a button. But I just want to say that there's a lot of moments during the process of a movie where you've imagined something, but you don't know if it's going to work. You hope it works, but you don't know until that moment. And we did a costume test with Linda and Mackenzie. I think we did that day as well. I still remember the whole day very vividly. But Linda walked out in her costume, and there is the visual of her looking like a badass. We knew that was going to be true, but I could tell in her eyes that she felt like a badass. She enjoyed looking like a badass. And to me, that I knew this was all going to work because she just owned that character in such a way. She put the sunglasses on. She checks her weapons in this way that makes me feel like she is very comfortable and is just going to own this character throughout the whole movie. And what a I wouldn't say a relief. What a great feeling it was because you know that fuck, this thing is going to work.
또 덧붙이시고 싶은 분 계실까요? Does anybody want to add anything to this? 괜찮습니까? 네. If not, okay. 네. 자, 그럼 이제
We all love Linda so much. It can be an endless thing. You'll hear in any question you ask us, there will be more stuff about Linda, I promise.
터미네이터 다크페이트의 중심에는 우리 세라 코너 역의 린다 해밀턴 배우님이 우뚝 서 계셨기 때문에 가능한 게 아닌가 생각했습니다.
Well, I think, Linda, you really played an important role in this all, throughout this process at the very center, and you grounded everything, so I think it's impressive.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.